warmly welcome to the first lecture of the Multiple Modernities video lecture series offered by the Postgraduate Department of English, Pioneer College, Pioneer. This lecture is based on the lesson A Conversation That Spreads Like Sri Narayana Guru, written by Professor M.K. Sanu, which is included as the first lesson of the textbook Multiple Modernities, readings on Kerala prescribed for the first semester UG English course students of Kannur University as course 1A02ENG. M.K. Sanu is a writer, critic, retired professor, biographer, journalist, orator, and a social activist. He is a prominent literary figure who has authored over 36 books. In 2011, he won the Padma Prabha Literary Award. The socio-religious reform movement in the 19th century was the background of the Indian nationalist movement. The attempts of Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Swami Dayananda Saraswati, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Swami Vivekananda, and hundreds of other social reformers created a new era in the dawn of modern India. In the extreme south of India, Sri Narayana Guru, Chattambi Swamigal, E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar, who is commonly known as Periyar, and others thoroughly changed the existing society. We are enjoying much freedom, secularism, and fraternity due to the works of these social reformers. Sri Narayana Guru stood for one caste, one religion, and one God for all. Even the high caste Hindus were attracted by Narayana Guru's principles and thoughts. He visited all parts of Kerala, South India, Sri Lanka, etc. Narayana Guru came to understand the problems of downtrodden people and opened new temples in different parts of Kerala. He also consecrated idols, mirrors, and brass plates in these temples. Schools were regarded as temples, and the temples were built with education centers. The realization of God was through education, said Narayana Guru. The principles of Lord Buddha were emphasized, and several times Narayana Guru visited Chattambi Swamigal. When Swami Vivekananda visited Kerala, he considered it a lunatic asylum, and this asylum was transformed into a God's own country by the works of Sri Narayana Guru, Sahodar Nayyappan, and Vagbadananda. Even Mahatma Gandhi and Rabindranath Tagore were fascinated by the teachings and conversations of Sri Narayana Guru. They even had visited Varkala to meet him. He fearlessly criticized and campaigned against the rigors of the caste system, the Brahmin hegemony, and the numerous social disabilities of the Iravas and other low castes. On the 19th of January 1928, two disciples of Sri Narayana Guru, Vallabhesheri Govindan Vaityar and T.K. Kitten Writer, arrived at Shivagiri to discuss about the holy pilgrimage to Shivagiri annually. The conversation between Narayana Guru and the disciples are followed in this lesson. Guru was relaxing under a mango tree near Nagambadam temple at Kottayam. They presented the ideas, and certain queries were listed and numbered. Guru put forward certain conditions after it. He suggested that the pilgrims can bathe in tap water and worship Sharda Devi, the goddess of knowledge. Sri Narayana Guru explained the problems of low caste suffered at the hands of high caste. Just like Shabrimala, Guru wanted to make Shivagiri a pilgrim center for lakhs of people. This was to be on the 1st of January every year. This will fall on the 16th or 17th of the month of Danu in the calendar. The detailed discussion resulted in analyzing the whole facilities, dress code and other objectives. He also suggested yellow color for the pilgrims because it was the color chosen by Sri Krishna and Sri Buddha. Sri Narayana Guru emphasized Buddha's 5 idols of purity. Purity of body, purity of food, purity of mind, purity of word, purity of deed. The pilgrims were to use yellow colored dress using turmeric. They can also observe abstinence of 10 days. They should be simple and frugal. The saving mentality of the downtrodden community was highly stressed with education and cleanliness. The main purpose of Shivagiri pilgrimage was to uplift the low caste and marginalized ones, stressing education, cleanliness, piety, organization, cultivation, trade, handicrafts and technological training. Narayana Guru had a vision of disciplining low caste and the oppressed ones. Since 1928, even after the Samadhi of Guru, his disciples with the SNDP and other progressive movements tried to eliminate the blind beliefs and practices in the society. The Iravas or Tiyas, the low caste and the oppressed got a new opportunity to improve their lives with new education, employment opportunities. They amassed wealth and created a wealthy atmosphere in Kerala society. Now, moving on to the comprehension questions. First question: in which year did the first pilgrimage to Shivagiri take place? Answer: the first pilgrimage to Shivagiri took place in the year 1933 with 5 participants. Second question: what was the appeal made to Sri Narayana Guru by the eminent persons who visited him? Answer: the appeal made to Sri Narayana Guru by the eminent persons who visited him was to grant Iravas the right to worship at Shivagiri temple and declare it a holy pilgrimage center. Third question: what is Guru's suggestion regarding the appropriate time for the pilgrimage? Answer: 1st of January, the New Year's of the Europeans, was considered the appropriate time for the pilgrimage. It would fall on the 16th or 17th of the month of Danu in our calendar. Fourth question: why does Guru prescribe yellow dress for the pilgrims to Shivagiri? Answer: Guru prescribed yellow dress for the pilgrims to Shivagiri because it was the color chosen by Sri Krishna and Sri Buddha. Fifth question: what are Buddha's 5 idols of purity? Answer: Buddha's 5 idols of purity are purity of body, purity of food, purity of mind, purity of word and purity of deed. Sixth question: what are Vaidyar's hopes regarding the participation of people in the Shivagiri pilgrimage? Answer: according to Vaidyar, 20 lakhs of Irava people and the other downtrodden sects will accept and approve Shivagiri as their holy place. Seventh question: list the objectives of Shivagiri pilgrimage as suggested by Guru. Answer: education, cleanliness, piety,
organization, cultivation, trade, handicrafts, and technological training are the objectives of Shivagiri pilgrimage as suggested by Guru.